I ran a business that was investment business. We invested in literally hundreds or thousands of companies and stocks. And 22, the only one of these that anyone ever talks about is we invested 22 years ago in a company that does private prisons. And it was a mistake. And I sold it over 20 years ago thinking, not that it won't be profitable, it's just a mistake. I don't want to be in that business. But let me say this, it wasn't just a mistake. It was also a big wake-up call that I was in the wrong place, that I was in a business that was taking me to places I absolutely didn't want to go. And there's a reason I walked away from that business and walked away from a ton of money, because I felt like that is not the life I want. That is not what I want to do. And so it was not just a wake-up call. It was a huge spur to say, go give back, go do the things you think are valuable with your life and get it done. And if you look, Catherine and I have spent the last 20 years working for rehabilitative justice in the state of California. And I could go through all the things we've done, which is a lot of things, but I can tell you this. One of the biggest rehabilitative justice organizations in this state is called Smart Justice. I don't know how many of you have heard of it, and they've endorsed me because we have stood up. And I want to say, Catherine's done a ton of it, but we've also done it through NextGen. We have stood up when every single one of these issues for 20 years to push to get away from mass incarceration, to get to the concept of rehabilitation, to get to treatment, not incarceration as much as possible, except for violent felons. So you should know, am I a perfect person? No. Have I made mistakes? Yes. But for those of you who like to read the Bible, there is a moment on the road to Damascus when someone makes a change. And I have made a big change, and I did it a long time ago, and I've been pushing very, very hard the other way.